Met een lekker groot smile mee gewoon op
Welcome back to my channel, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. So I'm TheWestiestBrad here. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you like my content, like, share, comment, and I'll respond when I get to it. So what is this about? So this series that I'm starting is gonna be, well, this is the first episode, by the way, so it's gonna be like my outdoor activities. So I'm usually a gaming channel. I would do some reaction content, some in real life, some short stuff, but I decided to do stuff when I'm touching grass, which means in gaming terms you're not always like on gaming and like, you know, streaming and doing whatever like game related stuff. So you're actually outside touching grass, doing activities outside, having a life. That's called having a life. So basically we had our end of year function, and I wanted to kind of talk about it before I show you some footage of how scary it was. So for those who don't know me, I don't know if I'm still afraid of heights, because this kind of challenged my fear. So let's just go with, before the trip I was afraid of heights, but after the trip I was like, ah, no, maybe it's not that bad. Anyway, so let's start with all began. So you all got the notification that we are gonna do zip lining. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what, let me look at this from the perspective of like, I've always wanted to do some crazy stuff. So this might be one of those activities where you just feel like you're gonna do it. Obviously I have a choice, so I chose to go. So yeah, most of the people decided to go, and the weeks following up, or like, let me just say the days following up to the event, people started asking questions, googling the place, and like, you know, people had some interesting takes. So some of them said like they like statistics, and this was interesting to like search and do research upon. And I was also one of those people who, I was just interested in like, okay, is this safe? Will anything go bad? Interesting enough, like for you to have a ziplining like activity where you obviously make money or commercialize, if I could say like that, you have to make sure the protocols are there in place for it to be safe. You know, like obviously everyone who goes on a thing, it complies with safety rules and everything, so nothing bad happens. With that being said, it's still scary though. So yeah, so in the back of your mind you at least like have this thought like, okay, this thing is safe, but still, if you have a few heights, you just have the worst fears or like things in your head. But I'm going off on a tangent. So okay, everyone is ready to go. Yeah, so we leave on a Friday, and yeah, we basically just chilling, talking to people. So it was kind of cool. And also I forgot to mention, for like the days following up to it, I asked people who's also a fear of heights. I'm not going to mention names, so I'm just going to say like there's a few people who are in the same boat as I am, or I was. So yeah, so let's get to the thing. So the first things, like when we got there, we had to be divided into groups, so people felt comfortable. More people were like with this particular group and whatever. So I'm not gonna go into that, but it was cool. So, but it was also gonna eventually like determine how you're gonna experience the whole thing. So yeah, so let's just say we were 8 per group, I think. Yeah, I could be wrong about that, but I think we were 3 groups. So yeah, so we divided into groups. So we, like, the first thing that they obviously have to do is like teach us how to, if you're now on the zip line, how to stop yourself, slow yourself down, how to, what not to do. So okay, I was watching this. Now imagine you have a fear of heights, and like you just want to do everything right, the most simple basic instructions you want to do right, because you could potentially lose like fingers or whatever. Because the zipline, the way it works is like, you will see in the video that I'll post later, you have your left hand which is going to hold the like cables and everything that's attached to you. So you have 2 safety cables, so like 2 backups in case the main one which is attached to the I don't know if I could say like thing that slides over the zipline. And then you have like a, almost like a, your right hand, it has to be your right hand. You get a glove for your left hand, but most people were right handed. In the world, most people are right handed. So I'm just gonna assume most people watching this video is gonna think like you're gonna, yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling a much. So you hold it over here, and then what happens is, if you try to slow down, you just pull down, but you can't grab, because imagine if you going down, you grabbing the cable, wrong thing to do, because you're gonna like lose your arm or do some damage to your shoulder. The other thing is, with your left hand, you should also not grab the cable, because that could also, because as you're moving forward and you grab with your left hand, fingers gone. So the most basic instructions sound very scary. Anyway, I'm making it more dramatic, as it, like, I don't know, it wasn't probably that like deep. Anyway, so that's the first thing. And now people were like nominated, like who wants to go first, and so everyone was giving like more nominations, and so like this person goes first. So it was kind of funny. And then I ended up being like, we had 3 groups. I was in the 3rd group and I was last. So I was gonna go like maybe before last, but yeah, someone who basically had the same fear as me also went like before me. So I was last. At the time I thought, like, you know, I'm gonna experience everyone going like ahead of me, and then I'm gonna see like how their reactions and whatever. I'm gonna laugh at them. Like, that's just the person I am. Not like in a bad manner, I'm just like laughing to cope with like stress and stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys some footage of how high it was. So the first one is when it got real. So how it worked is, I'm going to explain everything. It's going to be probably a lengthy video, so I hope you guys bear with me. So the first part is you drive up, like all of you guys drive up with a tour guide to, like, let's say like, if I'm not wrong, it's 1,000 meters above sea level. Correct me, I'm speaking under correction now. So 1,000 meters above sea level, and then, or let me just say 1,000 meters from where you are. So basically a kilometer. Yeah, sorry. No, what am I saying? Yeah, I'm gonna cut it out. Anyway, so a kilometer above. I'm nervous, that's why. So okay, so it's been a while since I've done this, but anyway, so you're about a kilometer up in the air, and from there you walk to the first platform that you're gonna be doing the zipline from, and going to the bottom. And after, by the way, there's like 11 zip lines that you have to take, each of them different varies in length and speeds and all those things, so I'll get into that as well. But I don't want to talk too much about it, but it's getting setting the scene, and I'm gonna actually put some video at the end of the video and then maybe talk about it. Okay, so the first one was the real one. It's like, I think, if I speaking on the correction, it was either 130 or 190 meters. I could be wrong. You can probably go and check this on the website, but that one was the, like, just from one point to the, and then everyone could like see, okay, this is how it's gonna feel and what. I kid you not. So they were explaining, like, so if you like a bit, like if you weigh a lot of kilograms, you would go fast. So the benefit of that is you would actually make it from one point to the other point. If you're a bit light, you won't make it if you pull down too much. So that was the first scary part, because imagine hanging upside down and you have to literally move yourself with like without looking down. Anyway, so, and it was windy, and trust me, the cables were moving and swinging, and you could literally hear the cable like moving from side to side. Yeah, so anyway, so it was interesting to see people like going on it, and like how the experiences, some screamed, some like were happy, some were like pros. I mean, the tour guides there, but they've done this 1,000 times, so they were like looking like pros, doing some tricks and stuff, whatever. Point is, it was cool, but to be honest, the first one was scary because it wasn't that deep, but I didn't make it to the other side, so I had to climb, move myself. So also I forgot to mention, so there's two safety. So one is you slowing yourself down, but there's also a thing that the tour guides throw. So if you hit it, it kind of like breaks your momentum, so it slows you down, and then obviously prevents you from going straight into the thing. Because you have to, like, once you slow down, you have to lift your feet and then like place it on a platform, which is something that I've failed miserably countless times. So anyway, I was either going too slow or I was going too fast. So the first one wasn't too bad. The second one was high up. I think it's the highest, and it was one of the longer ones also. I think it was at that stage 230 meters, and as you watch people go like in lines, you obviously moved and you felt like it was like a slave, because like it's like, yeah, I don't know, probably should not say that stuff like that. Anyway, I will cut that out. So you kind of moved, and what ended up happening is like you could see people go above you, like in like how you could learn, I would say, from what the mistakes people made. I wouldn't call it mistakes, but if they didn't make it, that you kind of don't want to just like pull down all the time. I actually did once grab the cable for a bit and felt how hard luckily I didn't hurt myself. I felt like if you start to panic, you will literally, that's why they had to tell you like all these rules, follow it and what. Anyway, don't get too long, but I just want to talk about the experience I had. So like I'm gonna mention some like instances that I can remember, like they were cool. So one of them was like you walked on this platform and you could do like a dance or whatever, because it's your video and your experience, you could do it. It was kind of cool. I'm gonna show it in the video. I think it's after the third or fourth one I was like, I'm over this, like I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore. But at the same time I was also not afraid of it anymore. I think I got over my fear of heights. I think so, because I think most of the time it's a state of mind, man. Like obviously some people are born with a fear of heights. You can outgrow it, you can maybe manage it, like, you know, it shouldn't keep you from doing things that maybe perhaps you could enjoy. But I would say, like, if you're not for it, don't do it. Don't push yourself if you don't feel comfortable. But yeah, like it's like one of those experiences you gotta love, man. Like it's you don't wanna box yourself in, always do something that's like risk-free or anything. Yeah, so I'm just rambling, but anyway, yeah, so that was basically like the whole experience. And I'm gonna show you some video now, because the video really is a long video, but overall I want to say it was a really good experience. You could see people like getting over their fears. They obviously felt like, yo, this is a lot, but the point is, I think like overall everyone enjoyed it. Most of us probably feel like we're never gonna do it again, which I agree. I would want people to experience it though. It's quite expensive experience, sort of prices. It's not for everyone, but if you do want to do something that, like, the way I see it is like all these things, when I looked at it, I saw the cable, the fact that it could snap anytime. But I just saw like the beauty, the nature of God, like how I don't want to make this like a religious thing, but because I'm not someone who will bring religion on my channel, but this is like something beautiful like that. Like God made all this, and the way people found technology to kind of show people without obviously, like, it's like literally you are flying, like really flying, but it's safe. So yeah, it's just a scary experience, I guess. So but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please enjoy the video that I'm gonna like add after this, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
Please give me your smile, eh? Here we go, we can go. Thumbs up, beauty man. Show me what you got. Here we go. Oh, I see you, I see you. Oh, where's the smile, sir? Here we go. Oh, and mine is going with the fork.